Hello everybody, how are you doing? It's been a bit of a mixed week for me. Still not well, feel like a bag of shite. But anyway, on the upside, if you've watched the Fat Man in the House video, you'll have seen some amazing gifts that my mate Chad sent from across the pond. I'll be doing videos on individual items in due course, but that certainly cheered me up on a day when I was feeling pretty rough. I wanted to say a thank you on camera as well, because I PM Chad and we've exchanged comments on the channel, but really it's mind-blowing generosity when you see what he sent me. I do appreciate it, and at some point I shall endeavour to reciprocate, but for now, Chad, thank you, friend. Beer time. I was hoping to have a particular beer for tonight that was recommended to me by Reverend Jack. Ampleforth Abbey. It's a Trappist style beer from Yorkshire, near York itself, I think. Tesco stock it apparently, but my local one doesn't at the moment anyway, so I haven't been able to get any of that. As consolation, I have found Tesco's finest American Double India Pale Ale, so I'm going to have a go at that. Now, it's only a small bottle, 330ml, but it's 9.2%. So it should be quite pokey. What's it say? Inspired by California's craft brewing scene and created by the award-winning Brewdog Brewery. Suitable for vegetarians. Aromas of molten citrus. Flaming memory ran out, so I've been talking to myself for the past 2 minutes. Anyway, as I was saying, aromas of molten citrus, smooth, rich and full-bodied, combining flavours of tropical fruit, balanced by distinctive hop bitterness for a pleasant dry finish. So, I've had some of this already. It's bloody lovely. It does smell of fruit, very citrusy, very fresh. It's a big full flavour and it is bitter, plenty of hops, but there's very definitely that tropical tropical fruit element to it. It's a sort of generalised mango-y, guava-ish, pineapple-y sort of generic tropical flavour. Well, it is nice. So, on to the sensible part of the video. Not too long ago I had a request to show the different sharpening stones that I have. So I did, and following on from that I had a question about strops. So I'm going to carry on with my beer and we'll take a few minutes to have a look at the different strops that I have. Okay, so the first strop that I had was a homemade one. Old leather belt from a charity shop. Got some squeezy dropping paste off Tinternet. You can see the green paste there on the leather. One of these isn't a stropping paste, it's just a leather conditioner, but I can't remember which one. Now, in the absence of anything else, that was quite good. But it's not ideal. As you can see, the leather doesn't come right to the edge, and as it turned out, I'm not that keen on those little tubes of paste, but I didn't know that at the time. But it works after a fashion. The next strop I got was from Stropman Strop, and I won it in a giveaway that Dino ran. Little paddle strop, and it came with blocks of compound, a green one and a white one. So we've got the white paste on the coarse side and the green paste on the fine side. Stropman Strop do supply a coarser paste and a finer paste, but I think these two are actually pretty much ideal. I find the slightly coarser one, the white paste, gives you a much keener cutting edge, but the green one does give you a very nice shiny polish. And as you can see there, there's plenty of metal sitting in the grain of the leather. That is really good. I've had that quite a while now, and to be honest with you, I would not be without it. Did fancy a bigger one though, and I found this one, some big hardware shop down south somewhere, got quite a good website, and it's made to fit in a big plastic base that you can put sharpening stones in and clamp them down and stuff, hence the little sticky out bits at the end. This wasn't very expensive, about £12 I think it was, but the leather's not very good, in that with the Stropman Strop, the surface grain of the leather is very tight, for the best way to describe it, and as soon as you put the paste on, the compound, you get a very uniform surface to strop on. But with this one, the leather's not so good, and it was all bobbly, and it took me a long time of faffing about, keep putting paste on and stuff and keep using it, to get anywhere near a nice surface integrity, you could say. All that kept happening was when you put the paste on, or you put the knife to it, it just brought off loads and loads of leather dust and bits and fluff and stuff. But it's settled down now eventually, and I do like the larger size. So what do we do? Well, basically, you take your knife. It's a bit awkward with where the tripod is now, and you just gently follow your bevels. In the non-cutting direction. A few strokes either side. Then the fine side. You don't need a lot of pressure, because you're not trying to take massive amounts of metal off the edge. You're just trying to polish out all the fine scratches and toothiness that were left by whatever you used to sharpen. And then, if you've done it right, you get a lovely clean cut. Oh, just chopped Doctor Who's head off. Ah, never mind. So, yeah. Whatever sort of a strop you can get one. Make one. They're brilliant. And if all you can come up with is an old leather belt, either one of your own or one from a charity shop, glue it to a bit of wood, but don't use, well, my opinion, your mileage may vary, is don't bother with the little squirty tubes. Get some solid enough blocks of compound and you'll be well away. Yes, so that's the Friday night message. Get a strop, and if you like a decent beer, you get 1 or 2 of these as well. Fairly sure I shall be having another one before the evening's out. Thanks for watching.